In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a complete writing workflow in Obsidian so that every idea you have moves smoothly from a spark of inspiration all the way through to a published, archived piece of content. Obsidian is a powerful note-taking app that stores everything as plain text files on your own device, which means your writing is always yours, always fast, and always searchable. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. The first thing you need to do is launch Obsidian and open the vault where you want to manage your writing projects. A vault is simply a folder on your computer that Obsidian treats as its workspace. If you already have a personal vault, you can build this workflow right inside it. If you prefer to keep your writing completely separate, this is a great moment to create a dedicated writing vault from the welcome screen. Once you're inside your vault, create a folder named Writing. Think of this as the root of your entire writing operation. Everything related to your content will live here. Having a dedicated folder prevents your writing notes from getting lost among other topics and makes the whole system feel intentional from day one. Inside that writing folder, create 4 subfolders: ideas, outlines, drafts, and published. This 4-stage structure mirrors the natural life cycle of any piece of content. And by giving each stage its own home, you always know exactly where a project stands just by looking at which folder it lives in. Many writers skip this kind of organization and end up with hundreds of untitled notes scattered everywhere. This setup prevents that entirely. Now create a note called Writing Dashboard and place it somewhere easy to reach, such as directly inside the writing folder or pinned in your sidebar. This note is your command center. Over time, you'll use it to list active projects, link to notes in progress, and get an instant overview of everything you're working on. Think of it as the whiteboard above your desk. With your structure in place, you're ready to actually capture ideas. Whenever inspiration strikes, a topic, an angle, a headline, a question you want to answer, create a new note and drop it in the ideas folder immediately. The secret here is low friction. Don't wait until the idea is fully formed. Even a single sentence is enough to save it. Ideas that aren't written down within a few minutes tend to vanish, and this folder exists precisely to catch them before they do. When you're ready to develop an idea into something real, create an outline note for that project. Give it a clear title, and then fill in 4 things: the goal of the piece, the main sections you plan to cover, and the key points under each section. This step forces you to think before you write, which dramatically reduces the time you spend staring at a blank page later. A solid outline is essentially a rough draft with the hard thinking already done. Here's where Obsidian starts to show its real power. Link your idea notes to their corresponding outline using internal links. You do this by typing 2 square brackets and then the name of the note you want to reference. These bidirectional links mean you can navigate from any idea back to its outline and forward to its draft without ever losing the thread of how the project evolved. When you're ready to write, move the outline note into the drafts folder and begin filling in your first version. Don't aim for perfection here. A first draft is a thinking tool, not a finished product. Your only job at this stage is to get words on the page. As you write, use headings and subheadings to give your draft structure. In Obsidian, a single hash symbol creates a large heading, 2 hashes a subheading, and so on. Structured drafts are dramatically easier to edit later, because you can see the skeleton of the piece at a glance and move sections around without losing your bearings. Link any supporting research notes directly into your draft. If you've collected statistics, quotes, or source material in other notes, a quick internal link keeps them 1 click away without cluttering the prose itself. This is one of the genuinely underrated advantages Obsidian has over a traditional word processor. Add a short status section somewhere in each draft note, and update it as the project moves forward. Idea, outline, drafting, editing, published. At a glance, you'll always know where every piece stands. Pair this with tags, things like #writing, #blog, #newsletter, or #draft. And Obsidian's search and tag pane become powerful filters for finding exactly what you need. Before you start editing, create an editing checklist note and include the steps that matter to your work: grammar review, fact-checking, formatting, and a final proofread. Working through a checklist makes editing feel systematic rather than overwhelming, and it ensures nothing slips through. Read your draft from top to bottom, improve the structure and clarity, and tighten the flow. Connect it to related content you've already published using more internal links. This builds a genuine knowledge base over time, not just a pile of isolated documents. When editing is done, switch to your publishing checklist, final review, image selection, any SEO updates you need to make, and the publication date. Once the piece is live, move the note to the published folder. That single action closes the loop and keeps your drafts folder clean and honest. Create a content archive for older completed work. A reference library you can dip into when you need inspiration, facts, or a sense of how far your writing has come. Then make a regular habit of opening your writing dashboard, updating project statuses, clearing finished tasks, and setting new writing goals. Supplement this with dedicated goal notes, weekly targets, monthly content plans, and publishing schedules. Tracking goals in the same system where you do the work means nothing lives in a separate app that you forget to check. You've now got a complete end-to-end writing workflow inside Obsidian, from the moment an idea appears all the way through outlining, drafting, editing, publishing, and archiving. This system scales with you whether you're writing one blog post a month or publishing every day. Save this video so you can revisit the steps whenever you set up a new vault or bring a new writer onto your process. Good luck. Now go write something great.